Hi everyone, I'm Alexa and welcome to Q&A hashtag. This is a new segment we're so excited to share with you where we'll answer the most common questions people have before their hypnosis session. Things like feeling stuck, discovering their purpose, and understanding the whys and whats of life. But this segment isn't just for people who are planning to have a hypnosis session, because if you're just listening, the topics we cover can bring clarity and insight to help you better understand yourself and your journey. So now let me introduce you to my mom.
Hi, I'm Marina, and we are so excited to have you here. This segment definitely complements the hypnosis sessions we offer as part of Quantum Alchemy Hypnotherapy, because during hypnosis, you get to experience your answers firsthand, right? That's what makes Qua such a holistic, powerful approach to healing. It's not just about hearing answers, but truly feeling and knowing them. Nevertheless, whether you choose to explore hypnosis or not, the reflections and insights from this segment are here to support your healing and growth. So now let's say hi to Pilar.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pilar, and we are so excited about this. I mean, it is just going to be such a wonderful experience. As Alexa and Marina were talking about, we have decided to create another part of quantum alchemy hypnosis, and which will be shortened to QA, just so you know. And so now we're going to have another part of QA, which is going to be quantum alchemy hashtag, or question and answer hashtag. So this is going to be so great. It is going to be something that I think is really very needed. That, you know, with the sessions that we are doing, it's like we're tapping into that higher self, right? And the higher self has all of the answers. And so we just wanted to create a platform for us that would allow Qua to sort of become, you know, almost like its own being, and to have like an outlet for us to share things that happen. And, you know, just like Alexa was saying, any kind of questions might come up in one of our sessions, or, you know, the higher self is so profound, and we just really just thought it would be fun to have an area for when we get new information to share it with you. So what we were gonna do is do like a question and an answer thing. And so I also just wanted to bring up about Alexa and how powerful that she is, and she's going to be such an amazing part for us, like a grounder, which is incredibly important in this whole process. And you know, like just watching Marina and Alexa working together, you could just see like what a rock she is. So it's just going to be a really important thing to have her here. And it's almost like when I'm watching them, it's like they're one unit, which is really fun. But anyways, yeah, so I have actually 4 to 5 questions that we're going to just kind of address, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what this is all going to be about. And so Marina, could you talk about the words learning and remembering? Because the aspect of Qua, like hypnosis, and Qua hashtag, I feel will be the underlining base of Qua, and one of many of what it will be all about.
So what's the difference between learning and remembering? Not the difference, actually, when we use the word learning.
Yeah.
It's not that we are learning, it's that we are remembering.
Right.
And this is what I learned, quote unquote.
Yeah.
With my guides, and it started with with one of my guys, the main one, that was my dad at that moment when he passed away. And then because he said that I will start remembering, I couldn't understand exactly what he meant. And then it was Joshua who showed up. And he explained to me about the remembering, because obviously when we are in spirit, we're just a pure soul, we know everything, right? But when we incarnate, it doesn't matter if we're human or anything else, right? When we incarnate, we have amnesia on purpose so we can experience certain things. We decide what to experience, right? But if we already know how 2 + 2 equals 4, so what's the purpose of going to school and learn math? So you need not to remember, so you can experience certain things that you came to experience, right? That you agree to experience. So it's not like you learn, it's that you start remembering. That's the difference. We still use the word learn, obviously, but for certain things we should change that word, the definition, because also remembering is the awakening. The awakening is finally I'm awakening from this dream that is the how do you say, forgetfulness, that you don't remember. So you awaken from that dream, so you start remembering. Oh yeah, all that. So it's a remember. It's not like you were learning. Yeah. Another thing that people, for example, ask me, oh, I want to switch my vibration, I want to attract things, how do you do it? And it's not that you have to learn how to do it. You are already switching frequencies constantly, billions of times per second. Okay, it's not that you have to learn. You're already doing it. You just need to be more aware of what you do. So you will start remembering how to do it. Be more aware. Remember, not learning. That's the difference.
I really love that, because it was just about like what you were just talking about with the holistic approach of that, because it's almost like we've got the learning, which sort of feels like the ego, and the remembering, which kind of feels like the higher self, which has all of the higher information. And so that's going to be an amazing part of what Qua is going to be about. I mean, it really feels like the underlining base of what this is going to be. It just feels like that was an important question for to bring up, because it does feel like a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Pilar, and thank you for that. Yeah. Oh, but by the way, let's tell people this. I don't know what questions asked there.
Yeah.
So give me by surprise, which that's what I prefer. I don't want to know in advance anything. So yeah, I just want to clarify that.
Yes, that's right. Yes, we got her in the hot seat right now, everybody. But the thing is she knows all of these answers, because we've communicated. So you're fine, Marina. So can you explain, I mean, this is actually very correlated to the last question about the learning and stuff, about like the primitiveness of the information, like the wrong terminology that the collective has been using, that we kind of feel that Qua needs sort of to be more upgraded on.
That, you want me to just the past life thing?
Yes. Anything that just comes up of just about I mean, that's a perfect example, is like learning and remembering, like it's just kind of like a programming, I guess.
Redefine the words. Like for example, that's where we talked before in the previous video, that past lives are not really past lives. That was a misinterpretation.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say. It's a misinterpretation. So since everything happens right now, present time, and what we consider past lives is just part of our souls that are living different experiences at different times, but they are not past. It's happening right now. So during hypnosis, you can get in touch with those experiences, but it doesn't mean they are in the past or they are in the future. It's, they are happening. You just switch that and you connect to those lives only if it is relevant to whatever is happening to you, because that is helping you realize certain things in your present life, like right now, as me and Marina, as Alexa, as you, as Pilar. So there is no such thing as past life. So it should be like parallel life, no past life.
Yeah.
But we can still use those words so people can understand. You know, when we are like in a gathering talking like casually, we can still say, because we cannot be explaining all this in front of other people, maybe in a party, you know, we can still say those words so people can understand, you know, can go with the conversation, but it's not. Sooner or later, that is going to change completely in the whole world. It's going to change. Because people also are more aware of it now. Yeah. And when you're really going through hypnosis, it doesn't have to be hypnosis. It could be during meditation, or when people get those downloads that they say, they can get that information. They can realize that is not necessarily, it's not a past life. It's a present life. And that's why we interconnect. We are constantly, even if we are not aware of it, we are constantly connected with different lives. It doesn't have to be on Earth, okay? It can be in another dimension. It can be another planet. We constantly do it. When we get, for example, an inspiration, suddenly we get an inspiration of something, or an example about something new, or something like that, is you are connected to that other life that you are already doing that. And you're getting that. You are switching constantly. So, for example, that it doesn't come to my mind another thing. What else that has to change? Because, for example, it is like I said, I think I said it before, I don't remember, but like the sunset, the sun doesn't set, right? So we use those words, so that we have to redefine. That because when we redefine those words, we understand how existence works.
Exactly.
We understand.
Right. And so again, like, I think that is, you know, like there really are like sort of two parts of this whole experience with Qua. And we have, you know, and this is really going to come into more down the line of what the hypnosis part will be, because I just know the three of us are going to be attracting new information. And so things are going to be coming up that are going to be new information. And so that's why this platform is just so important.
We are all together in this. It's just not the client, you know, it's the practitioner too.
Yes.
And it happens in every aspect, you know. We learn, you know, out of each other experiences. So we start remembering how it is, like the reality, we start remembering. So obviously there's a reason why we are in different relationships, even if that relationship just lasted for 2 minutes, someone helping you with the grocery outside of your apartment, you know, that maybe you never seen and you are never going to see that person. But every relationship, doesn't matter how long it lasts in your life, it has a purpose of remembering something. Like, oh, that person did that to me. I never occurred to me. And I you know what? I've never done that to anyone. Just to give you an example. That's something I want to do. that part of the helping, and that awakened something in me that I didn't think before, so that it served a purpose,
Yes.
um
I love that.
everything serves a purpose, but it goes both ways. It's not just one way street,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
that is for everyone. We constantly remember, especially during the sessions, interacting with the clients, it's really amazing. We go through their journey. We
Yeah.
go together.
Oh, so true. It's and that I think is the main reason why I absolutely love this so much, is to be able to go through that journey with somebody and to shift their energy and to see the difference in them. It's just a magical experience. I really feel honored to be a part of that with everybody. So yeah. So we have a surprise for you, and we are so excited about this. It is going to be something that is going to be a very huge part of QA. And through these next two questions, this is going to be answered, and then it is going to be a pretty incredible hashtag experience. I think all of us are really going to love this. So I just want to start out by asking, Marina, can you give a little bit more information about the relationship with you and your father?
Oh, um, wow. It's complicated to explaining from the beginning, but I grew up in a family that on my mom's side, they were Catholic. But on my dad's side, they didn't believe in anything. Okay, in anything. And my dad, he will always tell me that God is not what we think, that there is something, but it's not what religion or the different religions describe him. And he will talk about the aliens, and he will talk about the Pleiades. And I'm telling you, I was like 7 years old. And I didn't understand anything. And now, I will see the stars, and he will say that there were 7, but now there are 6, and he will show me. And he will even tell me about the pyramids, and I don't know how he knew all that, and I didn't understand anything. And I remember when I was around 12, I asked him, why do you keep telling me all that kind of stuff? And you repeat yourself. And he said, because at some point that is going to awaken in your head. You will remember that. It will be tattooed in your head. That I was 12. And I remember that I was 12 when he said that. And then it was a lot about metaphysics. He had a lot of books about metaphysics. And he wanted me to learn how to control my mind and how to create realities. And we will practice, and we will do a lot of things. And it was, even though I didn't really believe it, because I don't know, I wasn't in that. I don't know. But he will make me practice and see, experiment. Experiment is the word. And it worked. It worked every time. And then I will forget, go through my life. I was a kid, and then a teenager, and and then, I started healing. The healing process, it was because I was experimenting. Seems that I opened something, and I started seeing spirits, and my mom freaked out, and she took me to this man, someone from Brazil, that they were able to see too, and this man said that I could heal, and I have no idea how, what, nothing, and I didn't believe it until one day that my dad said, do meditation. And during meditation, that's when I think I created this portal thing. When I started seeing the the spirits and things were moving in my room and all that. But that was my dad always pushing me to do that, and it was in conjunction, like
Congruence? No,
like
conjunction.
conjunction with my aunt, which was my dad's and my mom's sister. They were very similar in that kind of stuff, that they will help me with all that. But the thing is, I started healing and all that, and then I will move away, and I will come here because I'm from Argentina. I will come here to the United States, and my dad passes away. The moment that my dad passes away, it was a huge thing for me. And when it was 1 year anniversary of his death, that I started communicating with him, that I also freaked out, really, like, is this even possible? He said a lot of things in that, and I felt his energy and everything. It was so, and I have it in my notes, it was so profound. I could not believe myself. But since then, he showed me and he described and everything how his life was over there, and how God was or is, and about Joshua, and about the light, that you have to do the light, and I couldn't understand the light. What are you talking about? The light, that I have to do the light. And okay, and I will do it, but I didn't understand anything. Anyways, fast forwarding, he was my guide, teaching me a lot of things, and he set the basis of everything. And the foundation, exactly, thank you. The foundation of what I am right now, because 10 years after that, which was last year, 2023, no, it was over 10 years. Anyways, last year, 2023, he told me that he had to incarnate and he could not be my guide anymore, that I have to start using everything that he taught me, and I actually taught Alexa too. And not only Alexa, your friends too. Because her friends will come to me and say, oh, can you ask your dad this and that? Can you ask your dad? And my dad will give them advices. So he was the main person, and then soul that helped me to get to where I am right now. And then he said that I have to start talking to my other guides. And that was really complicated for me, really complicated, because I started talking to another one, and the energy was so different, Pilar, that I had a big conflict, really big conflict with this being. And now we are perfectly fine, but I had to go through a process. And then is when Mary Magdalene showed up, but he was the one, like, setting all the foundation and teaching me. Well, teaching is the same thing, helping me remember, right? How to manage energy and the healing thing, all the healing process. And it was like a puzzle. All my life with him was like a puzzle that then I was able to put it together after he passed away. So I think I tried to make it short, but I'm sorry, I talk a lot about it.
No, it's important. It's like the foundation of where you're at right now, and so that's why I wanted to bring up that question. Are you still able to connect with him now, or has he? Okay.
No. Little by little, he started. I feel like fading off. That would be like the word.
Yeah.
Little by little, he told me, I won't be your guide anymore. You won't be able to contact me because I have another mission, and I cannot divide myself, because this is what I had to do. My purpose with you is over. It's done.
Okay.
Now is the turn for you to create another chapter in your life. and with these other guides. Now they were always there, but I never felt like I should reach out to them, you know. So after that, I started talking about beings from the Pleiades. Well, obviously Joshua, that was the first one that he introduced me to. It was Joshua, and Joshua, Mary Magdalene, Mary Magdalene, to other beings from other planets. So if my dad didn't do that, I would be stuck just with my dad, because I felt so comfortable with him and just him, and I didn't want anything to do with anything else, you know. So everything is perfect.
So,
Everything that happens in your life is perfect the way it is, because that's the way it has to be at that moment. That's it.
yes.
That's it. All the difficulties in your life, everything, all the challenges, that's how it has to be for you to grow. You might not understand it at that moment, but later on you will see it, because you grow, you learn, you grow, you know. And that's part of being human. You know, in this case, being human, it's not just about being human. But that's what it is, and it's really exciting if you really see it from the other side. Like, for example, when you are in a hypnosis state, we guide those clients to see it like in third person. You can see it, you understand from their point of view. It's so amazing. It's so amazing, and that really heals a lot in you, a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. It's so well said. I mean, with all the sessions that I've done, you could see it. It's so fun being the practitioner and being able to, like, you know, guide them to that sweet spot, or just like watch them go there and to see the light bulb go off. It's so beautiful. It really is. But I just wanted to set that part up, because the surprise is we have now Qua has taken on. It's like there's Alexa, there's Marina, and there's Pilar, and then I gotta tell you, there is Qua. Qua is its own being. I mean, and what has been happening is, as this has all been unfolding for the three of us, we have been so beautifully blessed with Qua showing itself. And so this particular part of hashtag has to do with actually introducing you to Qua and introducing you to the voice of Qua. And we just got sort of introduced to the voice of Qua last week, and its name, and for some reason, I don't know why, but it has, and this could shift. There's no judgment on this at all, but it's a him right now. So I'm just going to say it that way. It could change in the future, but we're going to introduce you to his voice, and his name is Norion. And before we have Marina maybe talk a little bit about Norion, because now we know how she's able to tap into those sides. One of the questions that I wanted to ask. Yeah. I wanted to ask, like, the part of the name, Marina, that we were going back and forth on, of it being like a no, and like we were playing around with Norion, now Ryan, and Norion. And as we were doing this throughout this whole week, we were getting information. And so could you please, Marina, just introduce, we found out it's kind of Norion, and we would like, could you please explain why we came up with not Norion, not now Ryan, but Norion, and anything else you have to say about that?
So talking to other entities, channeling. What I was channeling one day was, it was last week, right? It was last week.
Yeah, it
Right.
was. been a
Yeah,
week.
it was. Well, I was channeling, this being showed up, and he said, I don't know how I'm going to say it. Okay. He said that he's part of Bashar's team. If people are, a lot of people are aware of Bashar. Bashar is channeled by Daryl Anka. Bashar is not actually his name. He's from a Sasani planet, right? And they are a group of beings, not necessarily from the Sasani planet, all of them, and they all work together in that group with Bashar. So I started talking to this being from that group, and I asked him what kind of being he was, if he was also from Sasani. He said no. He said that he so I could understand it, that he said that he's like what I consider plasma, like energy, and he's from a dimension where all of them are like that, but not necessarily a planet. And I asked him, okay, so do you have a name? And he said, no, we don't use names, but I'm going to assign a name that resonates with you. But he, I call it he because he said, what is the energy that you feel, though? That's how you are going to call me, a he or she. And I felt like he. He said, okay, call me he. Okay, that's fine. And what was interesting is that the name that he gave me, he said that it will be related not just to me, but also to Alexa and Pilar. Because it has to do with the three of us. And then talking about, a lot of things that I started asking, it has to do with what? I don't know if my video here is freezing or not. Hopefully everyone can hear it, because also while we are doing this kind of things during hypnosis sessions and these meetings or whatever, things happen constantly. Lights are not off, and lights show up, and someone goes blank there, so I really don't know what to do here, because I think this is the third time that it gets blank. I don't know how you guys are going to see it over there. Hopefully our voices are still recorded. It doesn't matter if the vision is not there. So he said, and he spelled it. Okay, he spelled it for me. It was Naurion. So I didn't know how to pronounce it. And I said, okay, it's Norion, no, I don't know. And he said when I was talking to Pilar, actually, he said it, okay, say it out loud, and see how it vibrates to you, and what resonates to you, that's how it's going to be. So, but he gave us a hint, actually, because we were, no, Ryan, no, Ryan, no, right, no, okay, how, no. And he said that has to do with Orion. It has to do with Orion. And he said you can pronounce it like now, present time, now, Orion. So make it fluid, like Norion. And that was very, very interesting, that Orion has something to do with the three of us. And then when he said now, Orion, like a present time, Orion. So, okay, so what was going on? And one of those times that I was talking to Pilar, I started channeling him. And he said that we have to bring the energy of Orion here, but we have to change the history. We have to jump to the frequency of a new history of Orion that has nothing to do with the war. So how this is going to unfold exactly. I don't know. But he will be talking a lot during our Q&A hashtag. So that's the story with Orion and the name. So also he said you can pronounce it no Orion, you can pronounce it now Orion, or you can pronounce it no, like no, nah, when you say nah, not Orion. So we decided, like, even I said, I told Pilar, like, my pronunciation is never going to be the same because I have an accent anyways, so it doesn't matter. It might sound one day like no Orion, no, one day it will sound like no Orion, because of my pronunciation. But the interesting thing is that those three ways to pronounce it, they have the meanings. That no Orion is the negative part of the war, when that history of the war, that they don't prefer that. Okay, the war, the conflict that was in a that whatever happened in Orion at that time, all the conflict, that is the no Orion. Like we can call it like almost like the past thing, but it's the negative. The now Orion, the pronunciation now Orion, is the present, where we have to bring the positive, that we will have to bring all the good frequencies and energy from Orion. That's what it was, Orion, right? And all that higher frequency. So that will be the present. And the no, the pronunciation should be like N-A-H, right? No. That will be the neutral. The neutral part, like the balance between the positive and the negative. The no Orion with the now Orion, and the neutral part that is not. So that was very, very interesting that he said that. It was really, really, really interesting. So yeah, that's with the name.
I am so excited because, to be honest, like, we were just talking and then Orion just kind of came in. And when Mariah said, well, this is the name, and I immediately went
Who
to
said?
Orion. Marina.
Baptize again. That's funny.
I have so many M names in my life that I'm like,
I'm just
so
joking, Pilar.
I know. It's so funny.
Don't worry about it.
Marina was talking. It was like I got really judgy, I got to tell you, because I was like, oh God, no, not Orion. But then when she got downloaded with this other information, it just made so much sense, and it's so appropriate.
But another thing is that that we have been noticing with Pilar is that they communicate to her through me. So she's thinking about something and she cannot stop thinking about something that is making her stress out a little bit. They will communicate to me and go and I will go and tell her. But this is the Norion. It's him communicating. So, for example, that day when I started channeling the name thing, it's because she was getting, like she said, she was getting very judgy, and said, "Oh no, right?" He was reading, her thoughts. Just a way to say it, because he doesn't read, but he was listening. Let's put it that way. Listening, and then is when I started, like channeling, so I could tell her, what's the meaning of the pronunciations, actually, of the word Orion. But that's what they have been doing. Talking through me, giving her answers.
Oh, you guys,
it's
like a roller coaster ride for us. I mean, this week it's just been amazing. Yeah, and just like it's just going to be so fun seeing, you know, all of what's going to happen in the future around this. And I just want to say that, you know, all of this it's umbrellaed under love consciousness. And it's just, you know, we're just going to go on this journey with you. We have no idea, you know, what's going to happen with this, but we just thought it was so important to bring in hashtag to part of the QA experience. And to be honest with you, I've already got maybe about, I don't know, another 15 questions. So, and then I know Alexa has a ton of questions. It's just going to be this sort of like organic thing that's just going to happen where, you know, I'm interested in knowing, oh, did you guys just go away?
No. We're still here, but hold on 1 second. I'm telling you, it went off. The camera in our end turned off.
That means I'm supposed to stop talking.
Off. Oh,
is that what that means? Maybe, right?
I just don't know anymore. I guess we have to be aware, you know, of those signals. So yeah. But you were saying the right thing. That everything is going to be organic, natural. We are not going to be planning what to say or not to say. So I think it's enough information for today. I think
I think
great. And we are so happy.
Oh my goodness.
You.
Oh, it's been boring again.
And we'll see you in the next email. Video. Next video.
The next video. Okay.
Yeah, thank you guys. Also, bye.
Thanks, guys. See you later.